Is Mo Salah the greatest Premier League player of all time? Salah this season has been absolutely unreal. He's on mark to not just win the Premier League, but be the player of the year, as well as win the Golden Boot and end the season with the most assists, all at the same time. You could argue this has been his most impressive season yet with Liverpool. And what was a debate before about if he's better than Hazard, he's now evolved way beyond that. From what I'm personally seeing online, the discussion is now there. Is he the greatest Premier League player of all time? Let's talk. Now, before we answer that question, we have to set a benchmark. Who is Salah chasing? And the answer for most will be two: Thierry Henry and Cristiano Ronaldo. And I want to narrow it down to just one. And I'm going to go for Thierry Henry. And I feel like that is fitting with the general consensus from the public. Whilst yes, as a whole, Ronaldo with what he's done at Madrid is clearly on a different level to Henry. When it comes to their Premier League profiles, I do feel most do go for Henry. And look, if you don't agree, that's perfectly fine. It is neck and neck between these two. For the sake of this video, just ride with it. We'll use Henry as the benchmark. And I do think that is fitting because this debate sparked up because of what happened a few days ago, where Mo Salah overtook Henry in the all-time Premier League goals tally. It's why it's being talked about. So, Salah or Henry, who's better? Now, let's first look at this from a statistical point of view. And remember, this is only Premier League stats, as it's the greatest Premier League player of all time. Now, let's do a straight up comparison. Salah is currently sitting at 286 games with 178 goals, making it 0.69 goals per 90 minutes. Henry is at 258 games, 175 goals, sitting at 0.74 goals per 90 minutes. And of course, the creative side. Salah is currently on 82 assists with 0.32 assists per 90. Henry at 74 assists with 0.31 assists per 90. Now, I don't know how you interpret those stats, but for me, I'm looking and I'm thinking to myself, statistically, Henry is better. More goals per 90, less assists per 90, but just by 0.01. And there's also the accolade side of it. There's three big ones, right? Premier League titles, Player of the Year, and Golden Boot. Let's go through it real quick. More numbers for you, huh? Salah has one Premier League title, Henry has two. Salah has one Player of the Year award, Henry also has two. And 3 Golden Boots for Salah, 4 for Henry. Although it should be noted, from the beginning it should have been noted, Salah is still playing, and with the way this season is panning out, those Premier Leagues could go to 2. Player of the Year will go to 2. And the Golden Boot, whilst yes, you have Chris Wood, Isak Haaland, he is leading, so that could then also go to 4. We'll make it even across the board. So that should be noted. And there are other types of accolades. Salah has 2 90+ point seasons under his belt with Liverpool. Although Henry does have the Invincibles, so yeah. Those are the numbers for you all. And even with those accolades, I still believe from the numbers, they explain to me at least, Henry is the better player. But we now need to provide more context. The story of football can never be told with just numbers. And this is why I give you a heart to heart, just straight up my personal opinions. And by the end, let me know yours. We're going to be fair here. We're going to go back and forth and find each point of view in this debate. There are many of you watching this right now that might be screaming at me, going for Salah, saying, well, hold on. Salah is a right winger. Henry is a striker. Of course he has more goals. How is this fair? I hear you. But using the argument of Salah as a winger and that means he should get less goals, I believe is a point provided without context. Because usually that is the case. Yes, wingers score less than strikers. But Liverpool's case is not like any other. On the clock, now on the slot, with the way they set up, it enables Salah, the winger, to get as many chances as any striker in world football. This team offensively is set up for Salah to be in front of goal, to have those chances. So yes, on paper, he's a winger. With all due respect, I think you're being a bit unfair and disingenuous when you say it's harder for him to score goals. And also, when it comes to the goals, there's also one other point to bring up, a very important one: inflation. Now, forgive me, I'm gonna sound like a proper old head here, but just bear with me. I believe scoring in today's game is significantly easier than what it was in Henry's day. I know I sound like I'm 100 years old, but it just is the case. The system in football today, the offense, has evolved where the defense haven't. In Henry's 8 seasons for Arsenal, from 99-2000 all the way to 2006-2007, these were the goals per game average in total for the Premier League, all 20 teams. And these are the goals per game average for Salah in his 8 seasons. There's a jump, and I know you think that these jumps aren't that huge, but it's over 380 matches. Trust me, this is a huge jump. It is significantly easier to score in today's game than in Henry's time. And don't think that Salah isn't taking advantage of that inflation. And look, he's not the only one. I'm just making a point here. So factoring in the goal inflation, and also factoring in that whilst he is a winger Salah, he still gets as much chance as a striker, Salah having more goals than Henry is not crazy. In fact, the fact that Henry has a better goals per 90 ratio, looking more deep into it, makes me even more impressed with Henry. So I think from the goal side, Henry has Salah beat easily. But there is the creative aspect where I also think Salah could fall short. Now he does boast a better assist per 90 average with 0.32, but Henry is 0.31. He's only 0.1 behind Salah. And once again, the goal inflation does factor in here. More goals means more assists. Yet Salah only has 0.01 more than Henry. Look, when it comes to goal creation, scoring, assisting, I think it's a sweep for Henry. But look, that was kind of the statistical point of view, and I mentioned there's two ways. The other way is my favorite way, what I feel to be the best way, the eye test. You as a fan, myself as I call myself the football enthusiast, watching Salah, watching Henry, when you watch them both on the pitch with the football at their feet, who's more dangerous? From your eyes, who is the better player? And once again, for me at least in that regard, my goodness, it's easily Henry. Now look, Salah is unbelievable. He's proved me wrong many times throughout his career. But look, it's not an insult to say that he isn't on Henry's level. It's actually huge praise to compare the two. Me making this video, people online having this discussion, pundits having this discussion, shows you just how far Salah has come. But ladies and gentlemen, he is not better than Henry. From the numbers and from your own eyes. For me, as his nickname states, Henry is still the king. And he isn't the only one that I take above Salah. He has made great strides in the all-time rankings this season, Mo. But Henry, alongside Ronaldo and a few others, I would still take them over Salah. But it should be noted, as I said earlier, he is still playing. He's still going on. He could get even better this season. He could keep this up for seasons ongoing. And if that's the case, we could be back here again in a few years' time. It is possible, but for now, is Mo Salah the greatest Premier League player of all time? In my opinion, no. But make no mistake, Salah has proven myself and many others wrong. He is unbelievable. Just not better than Henry. So I'm going to end the video right there. I don't think Salah is the greatest, but you might disagree. If you do, comment down below. Let's get discussion going. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. I am the football enthusiast. Take care of yourselves.